Hi, I'm Bob Dailey, and this is Gulf Coast Gardening with Nature's Way Resources. Today we're here with Danny Millikin. Danny Millikin is the Conservation Program Manager for the Memorial Park Conservancy, and he's also a real advocate for organic farming and local organic operations. Danny, welcome.
Thanks a lot for having me.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you're doing?
Well, I got a lot going on. Memorial Park kind of conservation program stuff. We have what we call our biocycle. That's composting. So we have a big compost operation. We lost about 40,000 trees in the drought.
Right.
So a lot of trees went down, and we're turning all those into compost, like fungal-based compost.
Well, you do mostly organic. I mean, all your compost is organic, right?
Well, it being the nature of that product, kind of just being about life, about microbial life, means that we can kind of target forests with a fungal-based, kind of compost. We can target plains with a balanced compost, bacterial fungus ratios. We can do a lot of kind of maneuvering to grow and create the setting we want for ultimate success in the park.
And I know that a lot of people don't understand the importance of microbial life in the soil and for growing vegetables and plants. Can you talk a little bit about that, especially mycorrhizal fungi?
Yeah, I think you're right. It's an underrated element. In fact, most of the money made in the green industry is made in order to limit that kind of environment and activity. The insects, the microbes, fungi, people think of problems more than they think of solutions. Right. But mycorrhizal fungi make up the largest organism on Earth, connecting millions of trees in the northwest U.S., kind of western North America, just kind of making sure that they're thriving. That's how they get their nutrients. That's how they get their water. They extend the roots of trees to do things. When it comes to the garden, when you're using great soil, it's actually the only way to improve nutrient content in vegetables. Fruit trees are the same way, and so you improve the kind of quality of the soil and you improve the quality of the plant and its produce.
So there's a symbiotic relationship between mycorrhizal fungi, for instance, and other plants, and also the bacteria that live in the soil, right? And all the microbial life.
Yeah, I would say, technically from some scientific perspective, mycorrhizal fungi and plant roots definitely form a symbiotic relationship. There's a whole food web going on with the protozoa eating the bacteria that are being fed by the plant, but it's more of like a system, a cycle, more than a symbiotic give and take. Right. So it's kind of like, you wouldn't really say the antelope and the lions have a symbiotic relationship, exactly. But it keeps life going.
Right. And so you have predators and prey, just like in any other thing. Talk a little bit more about the Conservancy, what you're doing over there. There's some really fantastic things that are going on over there. Could you talk a little bit about that?
Absolutely. So Memorial Park Conservancy is a nonprofit whose mission is just to maintain and improve the park for the city of Houston. And it's kind of a proven fact that better parks in the city mean a better city, better income, better kind of disparity across all income groups, kind of all the stuff that we want to see improves. And it's a research facility. We do research on soils, on people, kind of everything we possibly can do research on to kind of improve our craft. But we're pretty devoted to making sure that we're innovating with soil-first viewpoints when it comes to dealing with invasive pests, dealing with weeds, dealing with all kinds of things.
But tell us about your operation here with the radio station. You're doing a pretty good radio show here. I understand it's pretty popular.
Well, it's growing. So we got it's called Home Show Garden Pros, and so it's fun. We have a fun job. Our big goal is to dig a little bit deeper, really explain to people why they're having the problems they're having, not just here's this thing to put on it, but what's happening,
and how to actually do something that's positive for the soil and for the things they're growing, instead of just put pesticides or herbicides or non-organic fertilizers on the ground. Is that basically what we're talking about?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing because not only, as we mentioned before, do you have better produce, it's safer, it's economically, more kind of aware and improving, environmentally. Carbon fixation that can happen through a composting process is pretty amazing. but it also works. So I do a compost top dressing on a lawn, and that lawn improves long term. Somebody does a chemical application on a lawn, and that lawn improves short term, and they need to do it again. And we all understand kind of drug addiction. Well, we have something like that happening now, and really kind of, good fertilizer, compost top dressing, focusing on the soil food web is the way to really do long-term approach. So, it's better for the environment, yes. It makes more tasty food, yes. But also when it comes to horticulture, it works.
Danny, I want to thank you. You've been real informative, and I know that the gardeners that watch our program and the gardeners that listen to your program are going to be very interested in what you have to say. Thanks a lot. We appreciate it. This is Gulf Coast Gardening. Stay tuned for more with Nature's Way Resources. And remember, you can come out to Nature's Way Resources for all your gardening and plant needs.